Hi, this is Dominic with Florida Homes Realty and Mortgage and part of the Carnes team, and I wanted to share with you an update on pricing in the market in Northeast Florida. So I wanted to tell you we only focus on the area that we know well. So we'll be Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Palm Coast, Daytona Beach, and surrounding areas. Because even within our area, there are counties that are doing better than the others. So we will start off with just the basic information. First 3 months, St. Johns County is up, Clay County is up, Duval is down. However, I wanted you to kind of get a bigger picture and look at what we look at as realtors, or at least in our team, we analyze the trends. So yes, you might have up month, down month. You gotta kind of spread out and look further to see where the trends are coming, because it is extremely important when it comes to your strategies, when it comes to your appraisals, how the trend is looking. So let me bring you to my screen, and that way I can explain a little bit more. This will be based on Flagler County, which is Palm Coast.
And I'll try to make it as simple as possible because you can get into lots of details. But the bottom line is when you're looking at something like this and you're hearing, in the news, oh, the prices went up or went down, 3% month to month, it means completely nothing. It's taking a small snapshot. So, for example, you got a beginning of the year here, you can say, oh, in January, the prices were down 5%, just as an example. And then the next month they pick up and they come 4%, back up, right? So stating that it's something month to month, it's such a small snapshot. It gives you nothing because we have seasons. We have seasons and we have different months. So when you look at it, is your price point doesn't end on at the end of the month, right? So if there's more sales coming in beginning of February, it will be picked up at a February count, not the January count. So it doesn't always go exactly within the month. So you cannot just base it on month to month, right? Even when you go, sometimes you see things year over year, right? So you'd compare same thing. You would compare January of last year to January of this year, which is a little bit better because at least the seasonal tendency of the market would be taken into effect. But still, you could have stronger February one month and stronger January or weaker January the same year, and then it will average out. So the bottom line is when clients often ask me, and they'll ask me, for example, for Flagler County, what is the price? Are the prices dropping, coming up? And we are basically flat with a tiny bit of a tendency going down, but not much. We're basically flat. And when you look at it, and you focus on, let's say, just to give you an example, if you go if you try to focus on, let's say, only last, few months, you literally have, it's up, it's down, it's, you can't tell, right? So the bottom line, like I think the biggest thing that you can learn from this video would be you have to always look at the big picture. So when you don't know, if you can't read something, it doesn't make any sense, right? You look at the bigger picture. And now this will make all the difference when you look at this. Now we are looking, so all we were focusing on in the previous few minutes was just this tiny bit of an area right at the end, right? Which would be our last 3 years. Okay, now we're going back 10 years. And that's when you zoom out, you see the tendency of pricing, right? So when you go in, let's see, when you look at 2015 to 2020, the 5 years, you can see clear upward movement, right? We love this type of movement because it's slow and steady, but it has a clear direction, right? And obviously, this is your COVID stuff. So when COVID hit, obviously we got craziness in the market. This is not a sustainable move. This is not normal, right? So when you look at this, you always want to be careful when you have the push. You can kind of see here, it's called head and shoulders formation on the graph, kind of indicates this is the end of the move. And then you have few options, right? When it doesn't go up anymore, it'll either go down or it will find what they call consolidation, which we always hope for. So in this case, okay, we have a steady movement up, then we have a crazy movement up, again non-sustaining, because if this was going on for another three years or so, I can almost guarantee you it would what they say correct, right? It'll correct down. So the nice thing about it is, if you go look at Flagler County, you had the very strong push up, and then you're looking at consolidation. So when you're looking at this, you can clearly see at the top now it's starting a movement going down, but then right about here you're starting to see a very strong support. So basically there's still a lot of people buying, there's still people liking the area. And again, we're talking about a county that's growing, in the last 25 years grew 300%. So we know there is a lot of interest, but we want to also make sure the prices are staying. So we're looking at a very strong support right here. So then when people ask me, okay, what are we talking in Palm Coast or Flagler County? What I would answer them, and this way I answer all my clients, we are looking flat. Because when I look at it, I look at the bigger picture. So I look at this, and I will look at a median price going this way, right? So this kind of gives you an idea of what I'm looking at as a realtor. Obviously, this is not a financial advice. It's just the way we analyze it. And again, every market is different. So even within our market, we have different behaviors for every county, even for a city. But you can easily divide the counties differently, right? So we have the counties that have the extreme growth, which would be your Flagler County, St. Johns County. You would have Duval County, which have normal growth for Florida. And then you'd have Clay, which is also normal, but we expect it to explode in the next few years. So you have different counties and different indications what to expect.
I hope you enjoyed this video and there was some helpful information. It kind of gives you an idea what I look at when I look at market trends, right? This is the wider, bigger picture. Obviously, when we list homes, we look much more closely. We look at the current competition. We look at what just sold. But we also look at the trend, because you want to adjust your strategy based on which trend you're in. So right now we are in a good market, because it used to be strong sellers market. Now it's becoming a buyer's market, and which is good, because you can't have one for too long, because you do need a little bit of adjustments. It's a cyclical market. You don't want it to just continue going one direction. And good thing is, for the buyers right now, they can finally find some deals. We haven't had this for several years, where everything was just whatever it was listed, it went for. And the crazy times where we had 30 offers first weekend of the showing, and everything was overpriced and extra cash and everything. They kind of wiped out all of the good deals, except if there was something off the market. But in general, now people actually can look at houses and be able to think about which one they like better. They can negotiate. We can use some strategies to get them the best deal, negotiating best prices, right? So we got some options now. So it's good for the sellers and the buyers. The sellers, the best part is the prices are holding steady so far, so that's good. And nobody knows in the future what's going to happen, right? We don't know if the prices are going to go up or down. We can only kind of analyze what's happening at the moment and historical data. So I hope that helped. And again, if you're looking to buy or sell a property in Northeast Florida, let us know. There would be Jacksonville, Palm Coast, St. Augustine, Daytona Beach. We do a little bit of other areas, but for the most part, those are our main ones. And that would be Jacksonville and all of the surrounding neighborhoods, or cities, I guess I should say. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.